everybody. I hope that you are enjoying your Friday, heading into hopefully a beautiful and wonderful and restful Shabbat, setting in for us just around the corner as we enter the Torah portion of Devarim. It is the first Torah portion in the last book of the Torah of Devarim, the Torah portion of the first, um, the Torah portion of the book when we start a new book is the same name as the book. So the book is called Devarim, and so the Torah portion is called Devarim. That's just how the structure works for us as we enter this book. And it is actually, while it is its own book, not really a new book. It's a 37-day long speech from Moses recapping the whole journeys that the Israelites have gone through together. And we are in the book essentially almost at that 40th year since the Israelites spend the 40 years in the desert. And so Moses is really starting in this moment for the rest of the book, trying to cram as much information as he can uh, into his speaking for the Israelites to share with them that really when he's done talking in 37 days, he is going to die, and then they are going to have to really carry on in this journey without him and into the promised land, which will be done by Joshua. But I want us to think about, first of all, think about Moses himself, on what he must be feeling as he starts to share these 37-day long speech with the Israelites, and how important it is to impart as much of the wisdom as he can for them in this moment. And really almost the idea that Moses's real job, other than being the leader of the Jewish people, is that he's a shepherd. And so he is, I think, shepherding as hard as he possibly can here to share with the Israelites the last moments. And so on this Shabbat, I'd love for us to think about a lot of those little tiny particulars. Yes, the Torah is grand, and yes, there's all kinds of lessons that we can play with. But if we jump deeper a little bit into this week's Torah portion, we think about, first of all, the feeling that Moses must be feeling, imparting this wisdom, and ask ourselves, A, what wisdom would we want to impart? What wisdom for our friends, our family, what do we consistently try to share with the people around us that we would want to impart? That's part A. And part B, maybe even more important, is are we prepared to accept what others are trying to show us and teach us? Do we just think to ourselves, I don't really need the guidance, I can do this myself? Or don't take on or accept the possibilities that what others are sharing can be really helpful for us? And so maybe on the Shabbat, we can just turn on our receptor gears, if you will, and think, what are the moments and lessons and teachings around us from our, like I said, our friends, our loved ones, our children, our grandchildren, our parents, our grandparents, our spouses, people around us? Are we turning on those receptors? So on this Shabbat, let's really turn ourselves into those modes of listening and find ways to learn and focus and appreciate the gifts that others are trying to give us on this Shabbat. Services around the corner, 6:15, and then tomorrow, our Torah discussion is going to be in person. So look forward to seeing you in person for us to discuss this week's Torah portion of Devarim. Shabbat Shalom.